I am smiling for now because this part of chapter 3 of White Fragility begins with a beautiful thing, and Ms. DiAngelo perverts it. She cites Martin Luther King, page 41, who included in a famous speech that he hoped one day he might be judged by the content of his character and not the color of his skin. Beautiful. And probably a majority of white people resonated to this. That's not good enough for today's far left progressives. Robin DiAngelo is one of them, and she takes it this way. Thanks to King, color blindness was now promoted as the remedy for racism. That is a wonderful thing. With white people insisting that they didn't see race, or if they did, that it had no meaning to them. This is a beautiful thing, and it probably was happening. She thinks it's a pretense. She thinks that this was a falsity. If she would just take people at their word that they don't even see race, and that a majority of white people by the end of the 1980s were probably in that category, we will have gotten our way towards nirvana. But she doesn't believe these people, and that's no way to make progress. Indeed, it's a way to make enemies of the very people who would most help downtrodden minorities. I'll get to that in a bit. She continues, even in her own workshops, she doesn't trust participants who are there to improve themselves, and participants who it seems are quite candid in talking about their feelings. So she relates about somebody who says, I don't see any blackness in your colleague, a black man who was a co-presenter. Now that's a beautiful thing, but she calls it a pretense. She insists that the participant is lying. Okay? She says we might think of this conscious racial awareness as the tip of an iceberg. Look, conscious racial awareness is not a bad thing either, because conscious racial awareness that you don't act on. I'm aware that there are people of different color around me, but I treat them the same. That's wonderful. She can't seem to have it either way. And she thinks that participants are lying to her. You need participants like ordinary white Americans. And to call them liars, that's really making us into truly fragile white people, or making us just tune out. And that's a shame for every underprivileged black family. People who really have problems, okay? I don't believe that very many black Americans today feel that there is oppressive racism, that it's far outweighed. If there is any remnant racism in their towns, it's far outweighed by bad education, by poor job opportunities, by youths getting shot. But if you don't invoke the still mostly white majority, it's going to take, to remedy these problems, it's going to take a lot of white kids getting shot. Okay? That may or may not happen. But you're not going to get truly good allies when you alienate us. You who think America is racist, you are a very small, unfortunately vocal minority, and you need the majority. The more you consider us to be different from you, the less likely we are to be able to help you. May God damn this point of view, and may African Americans right now, don't wait for God to do the damnation. May you speak out against this mostly white crackpot liberalism that is hurting efforts to rid us of racism.